Welcome to Past Reverie, where history speaks in whispers and the past rocks you gently to sleep. Tonight, we drift slowly through the candlelit shadows of medieval Europe, not to meet heroes or legends, but to quietly observe some of the worst fathers in history. These men wore crowns and commanded empires, but behind closed doors, many failed at the most basic role of all, being a decent dad. So let your mind slow down, your breath soften, and join us as we explore their quiet, unfortunate tales. We begin with King John of England. You may know him as the greedy villain from the Robin Hood stories, but real life paints him in even darker tones. He was a king who lost most of England's land in France, waged costly wars, and crushed his people with taxes. But as a father, he didn't fare any better. John was suspected of killing his own nephew, Arthur, to secure his throne, an act that left his children surrounded by enemies and rebellion. When he died, he left his young son Henry with a broken kingdom and a war still raging. A legacy of chaos, passed down like a crown. Next we glide quietly to Russia, where Ivan IV, better known as Ivan the Terrible, ruled with brilliance and brutality. A complicated man, Ivan built a mighty empire, but failed tragically as a father. In 1581, in a moment of rage, he struck his eldest son with a heavy staff. The blow was fatal. The Tsar wept bitterly, devastated by what he had done, but the damage was irreversible. He had killed his own heir, and in doing so, shook the very future of his dynasty. A powerful ruler, undone by his own anger. Further west, in the grand courts of France, lived Philip IV, nicknamed the Iron King. He was stern, serious, and saw emotions as a weakness. When his daughters-in-law were accused of adultery, he responded with cold efficiency. He imprisoned the women, shamed his sons, and sacrificed family honor for royal control. Philip's reign was strong, but loveless. His legacy was discipline, not devotion. And now, we gently enter the burning sun of medieval Spain, where Peter of Castile ruled with violence and suspicion. Known as Peter the Cruel, he executed rivals, betrayed allies, and ruled with fear. His family did not escape his wrath. He imprisoned step-relatives, dismissed the needs of his children, and treated his wives as political tools rather than partners. Power was his obsession, not parenting. And so, as we close tonight's chapter, we remember, not all kings were noble. Some wore golden crowns but failed to protect their own children. As you drift deeper into sleep, let their stories fade like forgotten pages. And may your dreams be filled with kindness, warmth, and better fathers than history sometimes offered. Good night. From Past Reverie.